Hey guys, welcome to Bets in Bed, our latest ongoing series and also first series that we have with Fight Me Bro, but I have a feeling it's gonna be a hit. Basically, it's a show about MMA betting where me, your host, Matt, aka Bro Leva, and my co-host, Nick, aka A Guy and a Gi, make our best fight picks and our betting picks of the week. And to give you a bit of the rundown, what we're trying to do here is we're going to be going head to head with our fight picks to see who can make more money. So all the bets, for the sake of simplicity, is going to be in $100 increments. You could bet 1, 2, 3 units depending on how confident you are. But at the end of the year, we're trying to see who made you guys the most money.
And we'll track it so you could kind of see. And like we said, it's going to be 1, 2, 3 units, just for simplicity's sake, just to keep it, and also so that it doesn't get out of control. So you're just like, oh, well, I have Monopoly money. I'm going to bet 17,000 units today, and I just now own Indonesia. Like, that's not how it'll work. So it'll just be varying degrees of confidence. 1 is kind of like, okay, I feel good betting this. 2 is like, we're cooking. And 3, like, I would bet this on my mother's life, kind of a thing.
Well, so it's not going to matter anyways because I'm going to smoke you because I've been on quite the hot streak lately and I'm feeling pretty lucky. In addition to our fight picks and our normal bets, we're also going to give you one long shot of the week, whether or not it is a big underdog or a 6-fight parlay. We're going to give you one shot to make everything that you lost all back, whether it be, well, you're not losing on us, so probably from college football or whatever you're being a degenerate on too.
Yeah, I mean, that's about it. So I don't know if you want to
let's get things started. So you want to go first or you want me to go first?
I'll go first. As a big pattern guy, so it's just, if you see trends, don't buck trends. First pick, I actually, and this is a last second addition to my card. I was actually not going to keep this in until I caught said pattern. And if anything, my gut was probably telling me go the other way on this. But Alex Garcia, since 2013, past 8 fights, has alternated wins and losses every single time. Last fight was a loss. Hit Alex Garcia for the -190. Easiest pattern to, I'll ride or die on pattern people like that any day of the week.
Well, I'm glad you started on that note because I am going the other way on that. So we're starting off with a little controversy. That was almost the first pick I had on the entire card. And I got to be honest here. This card did not look like it had many winners on it. So this was a tough card to pick. But
This card is trash.
If you look at these two just physiques on paper, Alex Garcia deserves to win that fight. He is fucking diesel to the gills. But
zero cardio.
If you actually, yeah, exactly. He's got zero cardio, and it seems like if he's not going to knock you out or overpower you, then he's fucked. And Court McGee's, he's pretty scrappy and underrated wrestler, and he's fantastic cardio.
That's about it.
Yeah, true. And
he's just not good at fighting.
I think he's okay. I think he's going to give him some trouble.
Simply not good.
Okay, well, that we'll see come Saturday, but that's my first pick of the week, so you stole my thunder. I guess I'll get into my second pick. So are you taking him for 100?
Oh, yeah, sure. So, yeah, well, 1 unit, I guess. Sorry, I blanked on writing that down. So, yeah, we'll go for 1, but yeah, no, you stick with patterns. Don't stick with the former meth head that decided to fight and has won like 1 out of his last 4.
He's got that Jeff Fisher record. Perfect.
He's significantly worse than a Jeff Fisher. He is like Lovie Smith on the Bears record. Like does not have a Jeff Fisher record.
All right. Well, my second pick then. I went back and forth on this so much because the last time I bet on this fighter, he just burned me to the moon. John Bianchi. God fucking damn it! I'm so pissed off that I'm betting on John Bianchi because he is so unreliable, and as a -250 favorite, it is very scary to bet on him, seeing that he almost makes no adjustments during the fight, and he really only has just one method of victory, and it's dropping someone with his right hand. He just does no ground game, no sort of combinations. He's just trying to set up that right hand, but luckily for him, he's going against one of the slowest motherfuckers on the planet. I think he knocks this Ginger out in probably the second round. I'm going minus 250 for 100.
That you were gonna need a financial advisor. The first, this actually, I mean, since we're on it, I'll just bring it up. I mean, I've got my lock it up, rub it down, back to Brink's truck up pick of the week, coming with the over in this fight at plus 140 for the dog. John Vianti's last, if you have watched the pacing of a John Vianti fight in his last 3 fights, it goes as follows: straight right hand, right leg kick, 2 minutes of circling. Straight right hand, he's basically got, if you put it at about that rate, I've got to get 10 strikes out of the John Vianti barrel and roughly 10 strikes out of the Ed Herman barrel, because that's all that's going to be thrown in 2.5 rounds of this fight, and then you're golden for the over. I could not be, like, Ed Herman, he's been knocked out a couple times, and I think he does have like a knockout semi-recently, but in John Vianti, his last, I want to say it's 3 straight split decisions. That trend is not changing. Like, he refuses to fight at a pace of urgency, and so and he's the superior athlete. So I just think that in terms of pacing, he's gonna be able to dictate the circling. I don't see Ed Herman having the agility and the mad conditioning to be able to like run a John Vianti into the fence and just constantly barrage him with punches. I just think that this is going to be the exact same fight as John Vianti's last few fights, where it's a lot of circling. There will be a scare or two in there, but outside of that, you can rest assured that this is going to go over 2.5 rounds.
See, I was scared that your rub it down, tongue him off pick of the week was going to be for
no.
What's his name?
I would not know.
Ed Herman. I was like, you're going to bet on 38-year-old, slow as fuck Ginger Ed Herman?
If
no chance.
I mean, I don't know why you would bet on Vianti at those odds. That is just, that's terrible gambling. However, if you're actually taking out a wager on Ed Herman, your brain operates at a Neanderthal level. Like, you are not an intelligent person.
One thing you're forgetting is that he's a fucking bro Guido that hits harder than fuck. So all he needs is
the bar. Like, he's gonna hit the bar harder than fuck after this fight.
All he needs is one hit, and I think he takes him out in the second. I don't hate that overpick, but I don't know. I don't know if I'd make that my lock.
It is guaranteed.
All right. So what's your second pick?
You
actually go with your third. Yeah.
Yeah, we're skipping over that. I've got Volkan Ozdemir is my number 2, just because first of all, like you said already, this card is a terrible card to bet. Like, I was scraping at the bottom of the barrel to try to find good things that I thought. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a difference between looking at the card and just like going with your gut and betting every single fight in the card. But in terms of trying to find what you, the people, need, which is solid value and things that are actually going to make money and not things that I'm going to bet on to pass the time, it's tough. But after kind of looking at this more and more, like Ozdemir at minus 175, I like, because him and Anthony Smith are kind of just like the same person for the most part. Like, they're just front running. Like, if I can rock you early and just kind of get on you, I'll, for the most part, be able to dictate what's kind of good. Well, they're just like, I'll just overwhelm you because I'm reckless as hell, and they both do have power. However, I do think that Volkan has a better chin. That's really kind of what I boiled this down to. Like, we've seen Anthony Smith get rocked a ton. Have not seen Volkan get rocked. I mean, he lost to DC by TKO, but he was just on the bottom, just getting smashed. But like, I don't think anybody's like flatlined Volkan Ozdemir. Not that Anthony Smith is incapable of that, but I imagine these two are going to get into a couple like little scuffles, if you will, where it's just cloud of dust in a cartoon bar type exchanges. And when that happens, I'm looking at it and I just have to say that Smith is going to fall first. That's really all I made this on. But I feel like semi-confident about it since I've seen the evidence of Anthony Smith going down a couple times.
See, I couldn't make heads or tail of this fight at all. Like you said, they both do have very similar styles in the sense that they finished a lot of people very early on. So, Volkan doesn't really have that big of a body of work to judge him on. He was like a flash in the pan. At one point, I was starting to lead Volkan, but I can't make heads or tails of this fight at all. If you told me it was first round knockout either way, or somehow it is, I don't imagine it going the full 5. But then again, no one did with Francis and Derek Lewis, so I have a feeling this is one of those sneaky, everyone thinks it's going to end in a finish, and then next thing you know, it's just one of the most boring main events out there.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I have no outcome would really surprise me unless it was like Vulcan winning by omoplata. But outside of that, I mean, I'm trusting chins. These guys both like to hit people hard in the face. They're both going to be willing to give to get. Yeah. And so I imagine that when Vulcan gives, Anthony Smith is not going to be able to get.
Yeah, not bad. I probably would have went the same way if I had to bet that fight. All right, so for my third pick, oh man, I hate this. Like, you ever have bets where you look at the sheet, you don't want it, you want to stay away, but you know at the end of the day you're going to end up placing that bet? This is what that bet is. Nick, as you know, I am a sucker for these low 1.5 round overs.
Yes.
Especially in fights that always seem like they're for sure going to be a knockout very early. And I have a feeling that
you just see the 1.5. Like
I see the 1.5, and it seems so low.
It seems like a short time.
I know, but more times than not, I feel like this one has paid off for me, being ballsy in this area. So
this fight will be a decision. An instant knockout. Sorry.
Yeah. So my golden ticket lock of the week is going to be Patrick Cummings versus Misha Serkinov over 1.5 rounds.
Oh, I actually like that one.
You like that one?
I do like that. Yeah.
See, I'm a little nervous on that because, one, Patrick Cummings is old as fuck, and
he gets fucked up a lot,
and he's taken a lot of damage. It doesn't help that he's bloody in every single fight, like horribly bloody in every single fight.
He looks like Bronson in that Tom Hardy movie.
Yeah,
like Tom Hardy as Bronson.
The mustache does not help either. He just looks like a guy that is going to get knocked out.
Looks like Bronson.
Exactly. For some reason, I think this one's going over. So I'm putting $100 down. It's only at -105, so I'm feeling pretty safe there.
I can see that. I actually like that. I thought you were gonna go I don't know why in my head I registered that as going the other way, and either one I'm not mad at, going over or under, or under on this one. I'm not mad at it. But I like where your head's at better. I mean, Patrick Cummings gets abused, but I feel this could be totally off. Didn't have it on my card. Didn't do any research. I do feel like he guts out. Like, he waits till like the second round to get knocked out. Doesn't necessarily get cracked with the first punt. I could, again, be totally off base with this. I'm not going to look this up right now.
Well, John Vianti did drop him in the first round, but couldn't finish him.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like he lets himself get beaten to a pulp for a while before going out. So if he were, and the other thing too is Serkinov is not some K1 kickboxer. I feel like a lot of his is, everybody always is talking about his submission prowess and stuff. While Cummings is fresh as a wrestler and stuff, he should be able to keep Serkinov off him for a little bit. That'll tie up 4.5 minutes right there. Yep. So then you just got to get through 2.5 minutes. I like that pick. Then my last pick that was not going to be a this wasn't a lock. This is absolutely not a hot take at all, but just something that I even at the outrageous minus that it's at, I feel pretty good about it. Calvin Kattar at -320 against Chris Fishgold, although all-star name by Chris Fishgold. But guy coming over, Cage Warriors champ. His big claim to fame is being a powerful wrestler in the UK. I'm not buying that. Calvin Kattar has only lost, I think, in the last 8 or 9 years to Renato Moicano, who is
Stud.
Yeah, that guy. I mean, I don't know. Depending on how soon Ortega and Holloway end up having to move up to 155 because they can't make weight, Moicano, you could be looking at a champ. I don't know if he beats Ortega or Holloway, but he definitely is. And I think that he would. I mean, I know they're talking him or who. I think they just set him up with somebody. But either way, I think that he should fight Jose Aldo because I think he'd work Jose Aldo. I just think he's younger Jose Aldo, basically. So Calvin Kattar only losing to that guy, that gives me kind of confidence. It's -320, so it's kind of outrageous, but I think that it's there. I mean, I don't necessarily know that he's gonna blow the doors off this guy because he does seem kind of just like a stout, grinding grappler dude. So I don't know that he's necessarily gonna KO. I mean, Kattar's pretty good everywhere. I mean, I don't really. There's no glaring.
Yeah, he's solid all around.
He's trash at insert stupid skill here, but I like it.
No, I agree. I like that pick too. I thought it was a little bit steep at minus, what is it, 325?
320.
But I hear that his opponent, it's pretty solid, but Cater seems like the real deal and to be one of these future guys he's going to be running shit pretty soon. All right, and so my last pick, I think I specifically talked about at lunch today saying I'm not betting on this fight. But Michael Johnson, minus 600, going fucking deep to win $100. These are the type of bets that get me burned and always get me in a hole right away, but I just don't. When you look at these two fighters, I just don't know if I see a way that Artem and his little T-Rex arms is able to pull off an upset.
Overhand hammer fist. How he knocked out that one dude.
I just think Michael Johnson is too good of an athlete. He's too fast. He's too strong. And he's low-key pretty tough. Artem's going to try to...
He's not Artem Lobov. That's it. That's
True.
like literally the qualifying
That's
factor.
his best feature is that he's not Artem. And I love Artem. He's the GOAT. Everyone knows it. He's the greatest of all time. I think someone said it on Twitter best. 28 have tried and only 14 have succeeded. So.
Artem Lobov is Jeff Fisher record. You were talking about that earlier. Artem Lobov, he stays steady at 500. So whatever he's at, I don't have his record written down. Didn't even bother looking at this fight. Although it would scare me a little bit if Artem was, if he's one under 500. Then I would be nervous that MMA is going to MMA and Artem is going to somehow pick up a knockout here.
Yeah, water always finds this level.
I don't know how he would do it, but that would be a very, when people talk about, and I think I realize I'm abusing this statement more than anything lately, so I need to stop. But however, this would be an instance, MMA, just MMAing, and it's this makes no fucking sense. Artem winning, but if he's below, I'd watch that, but he's going to get smoked. And
these are one of those bets that when I do lose them, I'm kind of happy still because it's Artem got a big win. That means I love Artem. I'm a big Artem guy. But at minus 600, I will not be happy if he loses this fight.
What I would love is I would like an over-under on strike deficit. That would be a fun prop bet. They don't have that, obviously, but I would imagine that Michael Johnson will outland Artem by 40 strikes in a 3-round fight.
That's some real degenerate shit if you're betting on the punch count of a fight.
But I would love to see it for this fight. Just the speed advantage. Artem's 18-inch arms in length, not bicep width. Just Michael Johnson, longer, faster, more snap-on punches. There's no way he doesn't land more than 40-something punches than Artem does. Net, and that's net.
Yeah.
Not total, net.
Those are our fight picks for this week. So going down the card, I have Court McGee, John Vianti, the over in the Patrick Cummins fight, and Michael Johnson. And then you got...
I have Volkan, Alex Garcia, Calvin Kattar, and the over in Vianti, Ed Herman.
And then our locks of the week, mine's the over, and yours is, I forgot already.
Also the over.
Big over, guys.
In the Vianti Ed Herman. Yeah, that's it. And then we got our picks to chase. Chasing dogs, whatever you want to... Working title.
Our Matt Serra upset of the century pick.
Right, yeah. I don't really have an individual pick because, like we said, this card is garbage. So if I'm going to give you something to chase at, put all those bets in that I just said, and then parlay Kattar, Ozdemir, Garcia all together. That'd be my advice.
What is that, plus 220?
It's about plus 220 it comes out to, depending on where you're booking. So it's 220, but all those guys are going to win anyway, so you're just kind of doubling your money. It's
true.
Compounding dividends.
Yeah. Mine is, and the more I think about all my picks, I feel like I've hated every single one of my picks, which is...
it's going to be a good day.
That's usually a good sign because when I love my picks, I end up just losing my fucking ass. But my pick is Patrick Cummins at plus 355. I mean, Serkinov just got TKO'd by Glover Teixeira. So that is not a good sign at all. And I just think for fucking Serkinov, I'm saying that.
Patrick Cummings is not Glover Teixeira, even though Glover Teixeira is old as shit.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, well, I don't know what I'm saying here, but I'm saying he's old as shit. Patrick Cummings is a good wrestler. It seemed like, I know Serkinov, everyone talks about his jiu-jitsu. He's a black belt. Obviously, he could submit you, but it seemed like Glover took him down pretty fucking easily. I know he seems like he lets himself get taken down there. I think if Patrick Cummins makes it ugly and uses some of his wrestling, I think, and especially at plus 355, you really just never fucking know at light heavyweight. I feel like no one's really that much better than anyone if you're not named John Jones in DC. So I just saw the line. It seems like it's pretty fucking steep. Serkinov's coming off of 2 back-to-back losses. I don't know, man. He's on a skid. So that's my long shot of the week. I'm probably actually gonna put that bet in. So we'll see how that goes, but not official on the scorebooks. We're just doing 4v4, okay?
Yeah, neither is a parlay. But yeah, that's a wild dog. You guys better be in a hole if you're chasing that. Other than that, though, the rest of it, zip up those bets extra tight. Minus Court McGee. That's also dumb. Don't do that. And other than that, take that shit to the bank. We will be posting. So we're gonna try to post a recap at the end. Not even really like a recap. We'll just post a scoreboard every week. So really, all that's gonna have is just dollar up, dollar down. Your running total, your wins, losses, so you can see if somebody just hit, whatever. If for some reason Patrick Cummings were to have won, Matt can see all the money that he didn't win in the actual standings for that. We'll also have, if you go on record with your chase pick, that'll be on there, so you'll have wins and losses of how many official chase picks you feel confident in, and locks also. We definitely need to have locks record, because I can imagine in about 3 weeks from now, it's just, we're going to be like, for the field on locks.
Basically, we'll give you all the sabermetrics to see how bad or good we are at gambling. And then at the end of the year, whoever does worse, we're just going to have to do some really fucking embarrassing. We'll maybe even let you guys figure it out for us. So let us know what you guys want the loser to do. Okay, nothing sexual, all right? That's where I draw the line. All right, other than that, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next week where we break down. Do you even know what card it is?
DC Derek Lewis, dude.
DC Derek Lewis. I got my dates all fucked up. Fucked up.
Or I think, no, that's next week. Yeah.
All right, so follow us I'm at Broliva. Follow us at Below the Belt MMA on Instagram and Twitter. Soon to be, whatever. We'll announce the change when we get there, because we're trying to branch away from that fuck Brendan Schaub. All right, but thanks for tuning in. Peace. All right. I think it comes out, it's going to be around like 15 or 20 minutes.
Yeah, and I think we could stand to do like a lot less breaking down even. Less than we did.